So this video is all about why it's so important for parents with special needs children to have estate planning in place that perhaps should include a special needs trust. So a lot of videos here. If you want to get more information, you can click the subscribe channel. You know, some people out there, they've struggled raising their special needs children, and those special needs children have qualified for some type of government benefit. And what happens when mom and dad pass away and assets go to the children, unless things are planned appropriately, that special needs child receives an inheritance, and the valuable government benefit that the special needs child is receiving is based on the fact that they have little or no assets. And when they inherit assets in their name, then they get kicked off of those government benefits. So it's really important for parents with special needs children. I know you've been going through a lot, and now we're going to put you through some more. Though really important in order to preserve the child's benefits, to arrange the parents' estate planning programs so that that child's inheritance goes to what's commonly referred to as a special needs trust. What's that all about? Well, if you leave assets to a special needs child and they get it and they're getting some type of means-tested government benefit, they'll lose their government benefit because their inheritance will cause them to have too many assets. So you can leave things to what's called a special needs trust, special trust with certain provisions in it, so that the assets don't go into the special needs child's name. It goes into a trust for the child's benefit. And that trust has to have certain provisions in there. So what should that trust or special needs trust say? Well, what it shouldn't say is that the trust can be used for any need that the child may have. And in a lot of trusts, you see that distributions can be made pursuant to a HEMS, HEMS standard, Health, Education, Maintenance, and Support. Well, you don't want to have that in the special needs trust, because if it can be used for anything for the child, then again, that's going to disqualify the child from continuing to receive those benefits. You don't want to have a trust where the child can demand, payments from their trust. And generally, you don't want to provide that the trust assets can be used to replace what the government benefit is providing, typically for food and shelter. So now you can provide that the trust can be used to pay for additional benefits, things like medical procedures, dental procedures, eye procedures, things like extra care, improvements to a home, a car, furniture, equipment, medical equipment. So there's a whole host of things that are permitted for you to designate in your child's special needs trust so they don't lose those government benefits. If the child's entitled to payments for things like food or shelter, well, then it will reduce the government benefit that they're getting. So got to be aware of, all of that. So bottom line, if you have a special needs child who's getting government benefits that are based on assets that he has or doesn't have, then you want to make sure that child never receives an inheritance in their name. Number one, they'll lose their government benefits. Number two, they may not be capable of managing an inheritance. So for a lot of those reasons, you would provide that things go into a trust for the child. Maybe you designate another relative or another child as the trustee for your special needs child, and then make sure that all those special needs trust provisions are in there so that the child doesn't lose those government benefits, and that the child's life can be enhanced or enriched as a result of you leaving things to your child the right way. Hope this helps. Take care.